Marc Raimondi for ESPN, joined today by two guests, the Bella Twins, Nikki and Bree. Sorry, the Garcia Twins. I'm not really sure which branding we're going by these days, but you guys very well, of course, from their time in WWE and many other ventures. And they're doing a new reality dating show, Twin Love, November 17th, Amazon Prime. Tell me a little bit about that, you guys.
Yeah. So Twin Love is a social dating experiment reality show. So there's a bunch of identical twins that will be dating each other.
That's right. Well, but I mean, to tell you a little bit more about that, we bring these identical twins into two homes. So I have a house and Bree has a house. And what these identical twins don't know is that when they come to find love, we split them into two different homes. So we split all the twins up, and this is where the social experiment comes into play. Are these twins going to fall for the same people? Do these twins date the same? How are these twins going to be as individuals finding love? And then we have a lot of twists in every episode, but towards the end, when some of these twins have found love, we put them back into the same house and see if this twin's new love can withstand the twin. And so there's facts out there of twins. We don't get married later in life because
we don't get married later in life.
I mean,
there's a
thanks.
yeah.
Well, you're the one who goes, so twins are dating, and that's it.
So there's a statistic that says that identical twins get married later in life compared to singulars. And, you know, we're actually part of that statistic. And I feel like all these identical twins are on their way to be part of that statistic, but they come to Twin Love to change that. And it's really cool because you see their personal journeys, and I really feel like they do.
I find the twin dynamic so interesting. I have friends who are twins. Have you guys ever dated another set of twins, like two guys who are twins?
So it's crazy because I did date an identical twin, and she made out with his brother.
Okay. Well, we talked for a while,
but we were actually really close with them for a really long time.
It wasn't like he showed up and I was like, there's a twin, let's make out. Like we knew each other for a very long time. I was actually into him first before Bree started to date his twin. But yeah, so we totally have a twin story. Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I think and it's great to see you guys, you know, back on another reality show. As we know, Total Divas. I don't think people realize how much that was important for women in WWE and getting female fans into professional wrestling. I really feel like that was a gateway for so many people. And, you know, you guys are back, doing another reality show that I'm sure a lot of people will tune into. But I have to ask you, most people know you from the wrestling world. Will you be getting back, either one of you, into that world at some point in the near or distant future?
I mean, we definitely miss the ring. And we miss wrestling. Mm-hmm. And so we never say never. I feel like no wrestler can ever say that. And her and I are always like, we definitely feel like we have one last run in us, wherever that leads us. There's so many great brands out there now. There's so many countries where you can go put on a good show. So we definitely have it in us. And yeah, so never say never. You will definitely see the Garcia twins probably back in action at some point.
That's right.
I do want to ask you about that rebrand, but would you say that last run, is that a tag team run? Is that an individual singles run for each of you? What does that look like?
I mean, for sure, tag team.
Have to be tag. I even think with my neck, it would have to be a tag. You're going to do majority of the work.
Oh, good.
I'll do what the doctor allows. How about this? I'll come in with the finisher to win it, and you just put in the work before.
Sounds like...
Yeah. I'm just kidding.
Like the old days.
Oh, yeah, right.
Okay. I actually went to WWE Evolution a few years ago, where Nikki, you headlined against Ronda Rousey. Bree, you were in the corner. I brought my 6-year-old niece, and she absolutely loved the show. And it was I wish they would do another one. Which brings me to my next question: is it back with WWE? Is it AEW? I know your husband Bree is in AEW. Brian Danielson. Where is that?
Who knows? Because I will say the one thing is there's so many amazing professional women wrestlers all over. I mean, New Japan, Impact, AEW, WWE. So I feel like now is such an amazing time in wrestling to be able to go anywhere and wrestle. We just saw Trinity at a signing this past weekend, and she was just telling us all these amazing stories, and she's having the greatest time of her life. And, I'm Brian being at AEW. I get to talk to a lot of that locker room, and the women are incredible there. So you never know. I feel like we're lucky as wrestlers nowadays. There's not just a one place you can go to.
Is there women's wrestling, as you mentioned, is bigger and better now probably than it was when you guys first started. I mean, I think that's obvious, right? It's expanded so much, and the talent is better and it's bigger. Is there a dream match? You know, maybe some of the newer generation women, whether that's a tag or a singles, anyone that you guys want to face?
Ooh, I mean, there is so, I mean, I feel like there's so many women that we haven't been able to get in the ring with, like Rhea Ripley. I mean, we got a little bit during the Royal Rumble, but it'd be incredible.
Well, I mean,
to get in.
Yeah, I think if we're talking twin love and WWE has their new set of twins, then we just got to do a twin match, and we bring all our twin love castmates as their managers and just do one big twin match.
There you go.
Are you guys talking about the Cavinder twins, the basketball players?
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're signed with WWE just yet. I think they're still playing basketball, but they've certainly teased that. That would be a lot of fun. They're pretty famous on social media. I guess on TikTok, I'm a little bit out of that age, of that generation, but
we're right there with
but they seem super athletic, and I know they've gotten in the ring at NXT. So I think, you know, fun twin match. See who pulls off twin magic better.
Are they both single? They should come on.
We should bring on they should come on next season of Twin Love.
I do not know the answer to that one, but I'm sure that we'll be getting answers in the comments. So it is the deal. I know that you guys recently said, and you changed your social media profiles. It's Garcia now. That's obviously your government name, as you could say. It's not the Bellas anymore. What's the deal with the rebrand? Is that going to stick? Are you guys going to go back? What's the deal?
Oh no. So Nikki and I, you know, we're actually going to be 40, less than 10 days now. I mean, how?
It's wild.
So we're in this new chapter in our lives, and it's a really beautiful chapter. And Nikki and I just got to the place that we didn't want to be owned. We didn't want our brand to be owned. We just kind of wanted our freedom and go off. And, you know, when you leave WWE, unfortunately, your IP stays there. So the Bella Twins is their IP. We were so sad to see that name go, but it's been such a blessing, and we're so grateful to be the Bella Twins. Like, go back to our roots. And I know for everyone else, it feels so new, but for her and I, it's who we are, you know? So for us, it's just normal. And it's just part of the journey. And I will tell you, the Bella Twins, and that, as Taylor Swift says, that era of our life is one that we'll always love. But we're very excited for this new era of the Garcia Twins and what we'll be doing.
Yeah.
Last thing. This one is for Bree specifically. We mentioned your husband earlier, Bryan Danielson. Broken arm this year, came back very quickly. Broken orbital bone recently, apparently coming back very soon as well. What's going on with your man, Bree?
He's made of steel. I know, it's crazy. You know, it's just one of those things that's unfortunate for pro wrestlers. We, you know, our body ages, but mentally we don't. And I think his body's just like, I think it's time to hang up the boots. But, you know, but he's so strong. I mean, nothing holds him back. I mean, even when he got, you know, the 2 broken bones in his orbital bone, he was dealing with the pain and like, I'm fine, until like his nose went numb and everything else. So they're like, yeah, you know, you need to get x-rays. But Brian's so tough, and you'll see him back sooner than later. That's for sure.
Yeah. At one point I was hoping, because I cover the UFC. That's kind of my main job. And I know that, you know, Brian is very enthusiastic about combat sports, Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I was hoping one day maybe he would do a UFC fight like CM Punk did, but I guess that's probably not in the offing anymore.
No, he really wanted to years ago, and I said no. I just was
Really?
like, well, and the only thing is, because my husband is incredible at grappling training. I mean, he's worked with some of the UFC guys. But when you have a husband who's had a lot of concussions, that's the last place you want to see him. So I can't.
I don't think it was just based off of you saying no.
No,
I'm
of course
sure
not.
He definitely
Doctors too
recognized. Yeah,
I had the whole medical team. All of us were like, Brian, it sounds great. But you know, for me as a wife, I look at longevity, and you know, Brian and I are coming on to our 10-year wedding anniversary, and I know we're going to have 20, 30 more years. And so for me, it's his health in the long run, not the short term.
Fair point. I'll let you guys go. Bree, there was one thing that you said when you mentioned pro wrestling, and you said we, meaning, you know, you guys are also pro wrestlers. Hopefully we get to see you back in that world sooner rather than later. But for now, Twin Love, November 17th, Amazon Prime. It was really a pleasure and honor to speak with you guys, and good luck with everything in the future.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.